first grade, we are going to be doing an entire series of books this week written by the same author. And I'm really excited because this author is amazing. So this week we're going to be reading the book Zero, followed by the book One, and I bet you can guess, followed by the book Two. And this week, we are going to be learning lessons along the way from all of these books that all go back to our kindness week that we are working on here at Mitchell. Because all of these books tie back to ways in which we can be kind and show others how we should act in a respectful manner. And so today in our book, we are going to learn a new definition to a word that you may have heard in the past. So behind me on my dry erase board, I have the word value written. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard the word value before, and I wrote the definition I think a lot of us probably think of, which is the cost of something, right? Like, what is the value of that? So when you go to pay for something, what you're paying for is its value, right? So like, how much value is that car or that house or that toy that you buy? But what we're going to take a deeper look at today is this second side here, which is a little bit of a trickier definition to value, which is consider to be important and useful. And so today I'm going to challenge us to think really deeply and think about, how do we consider ourselves useful and important to our classroom society? Or not society, but our classroom community, I should say. So what do we bring to our classroom that is special and unique and useful? Because everybody has value and everyone brings something to each individual unique situation. So today we are going to be reading in our book Zero. And in our story, we're going to be learning about this idea of value. So Zero is written and illustrated by Catherine Otoshi. And she actually signed our book. That is her signing it. My aunt is a librarian, and she's able to get me books, and then she had her sign all of the books for me to give to me. So thank you, Aunt Gail. So we are going to take a look at our book today. So it says, Zero was a big round number. When she looked at herself, she just saw a hole right in her center. Every day she watched the numbers line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She wanted to count too. But how could a number worth nothing become something? Zero felt empty inside. She watched One having fun with the others. One was solid and strong, with big, bold strokes and squared corners. Zero was big and round, with no corners at all. If I were like One, then I could count two, she thought. So if I'm stopping right now and thinking about our character Zero, I'm thinking that I don't think Zero is thinking that she has much value or worth, right? She's saying that she doesn't count, that she's empty on the inside and she can't be like the other numbers. So she pushed and she pulled, she stretched and straightened, she forced and flattened, and finally became Zero. She sighed. Becoming like One was too much of a stretch. 8 and 9 rolled into the scene. If you doubled yourself up, you'd be like me, said 8. So Zero twisted and turned and tried to be 8. Or you could be 9 with a longer line, said 9. So Zero pinched and puckered to try to be 9. But Zero could only be Zero. We're on our way to join the others. Come count with us, they said. Zero felt deflated. 8 and 9 were numbers with value. So there's that idea of value. She thinks that they are worth something and are useful, and that she doesn't because she's empty on the inside. 8 and, of course they'd count. How could they know how she felt? 0 had a new thought. If she could impress the numbers, they'd give her value. She'd leap, she'd soar, she'd sizzle, she'd shine. She'd make a grand entrance and floor them all. 0 began to roll faster and faster and faster. She leaped, fly, high, soaring, rocketing right into 1, who knocked over 2, who fell into 3 and 4, toppling 5 and 6, who crashed into 7 and 8, where they all ended up in a big pile on 9. All the numbers were bent out of shape. It's no use trying, sobbed 0. I'll never have value. I'll never be part of the count, she said. It's what's on the inside that counts most, pointed out 7. 0 looked at herself. But what if I don't have anything inside? Every number has value, said 7. Be open, and you'll find a way. Suddenly, 0 saw herself in a brand new light. I'm not empty on the inside. I'm open. 0 rolled up to the numbers. I've thought of a way for us all to count even more, she said. Count more? Asked 4. Count us in, exclaimed 7. Lead the way, said 1. Everyone counts, the number shouted. 0 jumped in. Then she leaped up high and said, here's something we can try. If we help each other soar, we can count even more. Let's count again, starting with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. We do count more, they cheered. 0 and the numbers explored and had fun, bringing more value to everyone. And this time when she looked at herself, she felt whole, right in her center. The end. So our character 0 learned a really important lesson. That she thought in the beginning she didn't have any value, that she brought nothing important to her friends. But as she looked at herself in a new way, she realized that she had the ability to make her other friends count even more. So she took the number 1 and added a 0, she made the new number 10. And so she brought more important and useful things to her group once she rethought. And I want you to think about first grade. What do you bring to your family, to your school community that is valuable, right? Like I know that we have so many friends in our classroom who bring in creativity to our class and make us think about things in creative and artful ways. I know we have friends in our class who include others, and that's what they bring that has value to our classroom. And so I really want you to think about that question and never forget that you are valuable and that you bring value to every situation that you come across in your life. Okay, first grade? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Seesaw and you're going to open that up. And there is a response sheet in there for our book 0. And then I will see you back here tomorrow to enjoy our next book by Kathryn Otoshi, which is titled 1. And tomorrow we're going to be learning about the lesson that 1 learns in our story. All right, first grade, I will see everyone later. Bye.